Right, cool. This is my bike, or at least it was my bike. It's now my missus's bike, and it won't be for very much longer. You can see it's an 04 plate. It's a Suzuki Marauder 125, and it's a lovely little bike. But there's a few reasons why we're selling it. It used to be mine. I learned to ride on it. A trusty steed that it is. I passed it on to my missus for her birthday. She learned to ride on it, got through her CBT, and had a minor accident on it, unfortunately, one day. To me. Yeah, a minor accident. I say this, she was going to see a friend down a country lane, and as we all know out here in the countryside, there's no road markings. And unfortunately, she went around a bend and a Land Rover was coming the other way, so she got a bit blinded by this, ended up driving on some gravel, slowed down nicely enough, unfortunately planted it on the floor on some grass. Not a big deal. Let me show you what happened. Okay. See the dent there? You can see the dent in the tank. That's not really a big deal. It's a tiny little dent, really. There's a few more peripheral damage. I think the handlebars will come to in a minute. This has been replaced where the glass broke. I couldn't get the glass replaced in there, so I've replaced the actual mirror itself. The mirror, you can see, is fine. It's just the difference is it's got a black rim to it. Down here you can see a little bit of scuffing there, and if you come around to this side, somehow, I don't know how she managed to do this, but she actually managed to do a bit more scuffing on this side. It's not really that big a deal. There's no, you can see on the headlights that there's no scratching on the headlight. There's nothing on the chrome here, so there's nothing really wrong with that there. There's nothing even on the indicator, which is nice because these are wobbly indicators. You can see it's slightly bent though, where the bracket's been bent, but I'm not going to put that right, you can. On the other side, you'll see that there's nothing really wrong with this side. Everything's pretty good. There's no scratches on the tank. You'll see on the Suzuki thing there's a little bit of scratching under there. Well, you probably can't see it in this light, but that's only where it's been washed a few times a bit abrasively. You can see all the exhaust is fine. Bit of pitting there, but that's from where it's been sat. I'll tell you about that in a minute. That little ding on the exhaust there, I don't know what that is. I think that's probably just a form that's happened when they were moulding it in the first place. On the back here, all you can see is little bits of scratches from stonework. That's all it is. Nice wobbly rubber ones, so they don't pang off if you do twat something. As you can see at the back there, nice and clean and tidy. On this side though, I will say, you can see, I think, if there's anything in there, you can see a little bit of where it's popped out, where she obviously planted it on the floor there. And that's fairly sturdy now, that's good. Yeah, so that's the damage side of this bike. Apart from the other important factors, these handlebars, these are different handlebars to the standard because we replaced the handlebars that were there. I've got the handlebars that were there. I'll put them in as a picture if you like. You can take them if you want. The only issue with the original handlebars is it would appear, when you looked at it, they were slightly twisted from where the impact had happened. So we replaced them so this was, you know, rideable. And that's what it's been done for. Now, you can see all the rust on it. It's literally, that rust is from being left out under a cover over winter. This was taken off the road in the end of October last year with the assumption that my missus, after damaging her knee, would either think about getting back on a bike or not. She's a dancer. She decided to say no, that's why it's going for sale. It's spring. I'm not cleaning the rust up. I'm not tidying it up any more than what it is. I think anybody that wants to buy this bike is perfectly capable of doing so. And it's a great bike. I'm quite sad to see it go. Let's have a look at the functions on it for a second. You've obviously got your ignition. Oh, and if you want to get a close up of the mileage on there, she's done a fair old whack, but most comfortably, I'll let you know. See for the keys, you've got your on off and you've got a lock as well, so you can lock it. And when it's locked, you have to depress the key a little bit. But that's quite a useful safety feature. Out here in the countryside it's not so big a deal, but you might want to get yourself a chain and a lock for it if you're in the city. Got your indicators on this side, and your headlights on this side, and your choke on this side, and your horn. I'll just make sure we've got some power. Here's the horn. Okay, check the indicators. We'll have a look at the front indicator left. Front indicator left, cancelled. Front indicator right, cancelled. Okay, to the back. To the right, cancelled. To the left, cancelled. Fantastic. You want the brake light, so the front brake, fantastic. The rear brake, oops, it says missing it. That good? Right. Rear brake works now for the brake light. That was literally just a case of we hadn't checked the tension on the spring. Okay, what else? At the front, I'll show you the main beam on the front. You've got the beam switch, which is just here on your left. Flick it up, and there's your beam, back down again. That works fine. This side's your kill switch, and obviously your ignition. This bike won't start unless you've got the stand up and you've got the clutch depressed, so as you've got it in. So, okay, we're going to do a cold start. As you can see, it's nice and cold. Put my hands on there. I'll keep it there for as long as you like. Don't worry, I don't have asbestos fingers. I will need a bit of choke on it because I've just given it a wash, so no doubt it will need to start. So, are you ready? I'll just show you that it runs. Go, nice and running. There we go. A couple of other things that we'll check whilst we're here. You want to come around this side, and you can see the oil level. You can see that it's nice and clear. Yeah. You can see down there. You can check your oil. So if I rock her up, fantastic. And up the top here, you can see you've got your brake reservoir. But if I flop it around, it's a bit difficult to see. There you go. You can see liquid in there. That's fantastic. Right, anything else to say about this bike other than I'm going to miss it? I don't know. Happy bidding!